Well, tonight on DC News Now at 7, not one, not two, now a third batch of wrong ballots sent to voters in the DMV. A live report on the most recent error and when it's getting fixed.
And caught in a crossfire, a community in shock after a 4-year-old was hit by bullets tonight. Residents say enough is enough.
Plus, Americans locked up in a Russian prison. What will it take to bring Brittany Griner and Paul Whelan home?
And another day of pretty low-lying clouds and thick fog expected overnight into your early Wednesday. We'll check out that forecast coming up.
And good evening, and thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 7. I'm Mark Hall, in for Chris Flanagan, a little off.
Yeah, no worries. Still just another hour later. I'm Tasmeen Muffus, and we are continuing our coverage of last night's triple shooting in Northwest DC, where a 4-year-old was caught in a crossfire during the shooting and was also hit.
It does mean right now 2 people are in custody and police are still on the lookout for a third suspect.
Yeah, so take a look at your screen. D.C. police are looking for this man. They say he was involved in the shooting. This is also footage of last night's scene that we first showed you. Police add that the man that you saw and 2 others, 24-year-old Ojari Hart and 19-year-old Yahweh Chambers, shot at one another around 6:30 last night. Both Hart and Chambers are in the hospital recovering. They've also been arrested and charged with assault with a dangerous weapon.
They were victims, but guess what? They're also suspects, and we placed both of them under arrest. One last night, one today. You know why? Because community video revealed that both of them were shooting. So they're victims, but they're also suspects.
Yeah, so again, all 3, the 2 suspects and the 4-year-old, they are expected to recover.
After last night's triple shooting, community concern has increased significantly. DC News Now's Leonard N. Fleming spoke with members of the community to voice their concerns.
Yes, they are very angry, and there is a palpable sense of fear here among these residents who have had enough of these shootings that they've experienced each and every day almost. And they are pretty much fed up with all that they've been dealing with, and they are ready for the police to step in and get more involved in this community. From the barber shop on the block where last night's shooting occurred to homes around the corner, people were afraid to go on camera. If they do speak out, they say, someone will come after them and police can't protect them. The fear of retaliation is huge here. Not only is crime happening at night, but even during the day. Everyone here, it seems, has a crime anecdote of what they've experienced or have heard about secondhand. The shootings come at a fast clip, they say, almost every night. Residents and workers recounted to me earlier. This area has experienced some gentrification as well, with a new coffee shop and buildings and residents moving in, and that perhaps has led to people resisting the change. And as we pointed out a little earlier tonight, the mayor and the police chief were out here at the corner as well to come out because a 4-year-old boy was shot and injured, as you pointed out in your earlier report. And that's a pretty serious situation when you have a 4-year-old boy. And as we watch people come through this neighborhood, we've seen lots of children. And there was a shooting melee that happened here last night, and we're here live on the scene.
And Leonard, you're talking to residents on the ground. Do they feel that police aren't doing enough to solve these crimes?
They really don't feel like police have the pulse of this community, that they could do more. They've seen the presence today, of course, a day after a shooting, but they want to see more presence. They feel like even the cameras that are behind me, if they're working, why aren't they solving these crimes? But they also have expressed concern and discomfort with the fact that there aren't a lot of recreation centers for a lot of the youth to go to, and that perhaps has led to some of the crime spree that they've seen over the last several months here. Leonard N. Fleming reporting live from Northwest Washington, DC News Now.
And with midterm elections right around the corner, voters are gearing up to head to the polls or even mail in their ballot.
But new tonight, incorrect ballots were sent out to D.C. voters just a little over a week before early voting starts here in the district.
Good evening. So first it was Maryland, then it was Virginia, and now it's D.C. And I spoke with an expert about these challenges ahead of the general election. DC News Now reported almost 800 voters in Montgomery County were sent duplicate ballots ahead of the primary election back in July. More than 31,000 voters in Fairfax and Prince William counties were sent notices with incorrect polling locations just last week. Now we are learning that over 500 voters in DC also received incorrect ballots, placing them in the wrong Advisory Neighborhood Commission district.
You have to rewind a little bit to the census and the redrawing of the lines for every single ward, every single ANC, every single member district in the city. So with all the lines being redrawn, everyone was being sorted into different single member districts, and as a very small error occurred.
Montgomery County Board of Elections blamed their vendor for sending out the duplicates. And Virginia Department of Elections says the error on their notices were caused by a printing error. Dr. Matthew Green, a politics professor at the Catholic University of America, says human error could be contributing to these incidents.
What we are seeing nationally, which is a kind of brain drain among the election, election workers, among poll workers, where a lot of people are simply leaving office. They don't want to work. And if you don't have those kinds of experienced folks running our elections, you're more likely to see mistakes like this take place.
Anyone who received an incorrect ballot should have been notified by the DC Board of Elections. But just as a reminder, before Election Day, make sure you check with your local election board for the most up-to-date information. For DC News Now, I'm Katie Ree.
All right, so take a look. Montgomery County Police, they need your help finding this car. Police say this dark or maroon Honda Accord hit a bicyclist before driving off. Police believe the car has damage to its front bumper and is also missing the right side view mirror. The accident happened on Sunday on Georgia Avenue and Janet Road in the Glenmont-Wheaton area. The cyclist was taken to the hospital with life-threatening injuries.
An update from Metro. The 7,000 trains, the 7,000 series train cars getting the green light from the Washington Metro Safety Commission. The commission says they've reviewed the return to service plan revision, which WMATA submitted today, and there were no technical objections to Metro's revised plan. 7,000 series train cars will still need to pass inspections before being put into service.
And Stafford High School near Fredericksburg, Virginia, will resume activities and athletic practices tomorrow. So this comes nearly half the school. About 1,000 students, they were absent last week with flu-like symptoms. The new update tonight, athletic competitions between the schools will remain canceled just so they can minimize exposure to other schools. The Rappahannock Area Health Commission is investigating the outbreak.
Well, a Russian court rejected a legal appeal from basketball star Brittany Griner today.
Yeah, so she's been held in the country in Russia for 9 months now on drug possession charges. Hannah Brandt is in Washington to break down the latest details in the case.
Brittany Griner was found guilty of drug smuggling back in August and sentenced to 9 years in a penal colony. On Tuesday, her lawyers tried to appeal that decision, but it didn't work. The people packed into a Russian courtroom got a grainy glimpse of Brittany Griner behind bars from a video feed as a panel of judges rejected her appeal.
Disappointment, unfortunately, because she had some hopes, and these hopes vanished today.
The WNBA star was arrested after police said they found vape canisters with cannabis oil in her luggage. The U.S. government says Russia is using Griner as a political pawn.
This process, to put it simply, has been a sham.
Tuesday's ruling puts more pressure on U.S. leaders to negotiate a way to bring Griner home.
So far, we've not been meeting with much positive response, but we're not stopping.
The State Department reportedly offered to exchange a convicted Russian arms dealer in U.S. custody for Griner and Paul Whelan, another American detained in Russia. But so far, the Russians haven't agreed to anything.
This process has not moved as swiftly as we would have liked.
Still, the State Department promises it will keep trying.
This is something we are absolutely focused on. It is something we will remain focused on until Paul and Brittany are reunited with their families.
The next steps from here are pretty uncertain. Griner's legal team hasn't decided whether they'll make another appeal in court. In Washington, I'm Hannah Brandt.
And Vanilla Bean, fondly known as DC's Hat Lady, passed away this morning. She was 103 years old. Bean was known for her acclaimed shop. She opened Bean Millinery and Bridal Supplies in Northwest D.C. in 1979. Her hats have been displayed in exhibits all across the country as well. She received the Mayor's Art Award on her birthday for her contributions to the city. All right, she also, this is what Mayor Bowser had said about it. She was an inspiration for generations of black women and for anyone who ever thought about turning their talent into a business. So Bean will be remembered as a fashion icon. Her designs are also displayed in D.C.'s National Museum of African American History, so her legacy will live on. All right, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb, and we had some nice weather today.
Well, I need some sunshine, and I need Janessa to tell me when we can expect that on a consistent basis.
There we go.
Well, Mark's getting a little picky, isn't he? But I feel you. We are definitely dealing with the low-lying clouds, the dense fog. It's kind of dreary out there and clammy across the DMV, and things are headed towards a better streak, but that won't happen until about Thursday. So I need you to give me another day of kind of this dreariness, and that does come with some rain as we go into your Wednesday. Right now, we're at 62 degrees. That's the positive. With all of this, we're dealing with kind of a southerly flow, and then our winds have allowed a little bit of warmer weather to track back in. Overcast right now, and humidity is definitely down, but there's a good amount of moisture that is in the clouds, and that's what's really causing the condensation and the fog that we have been dealing with. Temperatures right now across the area pretty consistent, and we're in the upper 50s and lower 60s in most spots. Daytime highs barely reaching 70 degrees, and I really do think that's due to the cloud coverage that was in place today, and the winds, they really subsided across northern Virginia into southern Maryland. So for the rest of the evening, we're going to continue to be on the mild side. Around that 8 o'clock hour, we should still be hovering in the mid-60s across the nation's capital. Around 9 p.m., we'll be in the lower 60s. Now, we are tracking our next cold front. That will produce a few stray showers. It's super important that we time those in. We'll look at that coming up.
Janessa, thank you. And words matter. Adidas is the latest to drop Kanye West from their partnership. We've got what happens next to the merchandise. Stay with us. You're watching DC News Now at 7.